Welcome back to the old Iron Liber channel. Bob here, and we've got an odds and ends number 3. Just a couple of little things. One of them is a project I did as a favor for my next door neighbor who's into cars and things, and just a little machining project. And the other one is it's an antique estate sale find that I thought I'd just share. And here we go. Recently went to an estate sale, and I just kind of keep my eyes open for odd stuff or old stuff or whatever, and ran across this. And it's an Armstrong adjustable pipe threader, and it's made, it says Armstrong, and in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And this is the basic arm to the main chassis to it, and it came with a full set of dies from 1/4 inch all the way up to 1 inch, and there's a spare set of 1 inch dies here too, and little wrenches to tighten everything and all that. So the way it works, here's a 3/8 set. Okay, let's just kind of show how it goes together with, I didn't get it all cleaned up. I had a bunch of hardened oil, cutting oil in there. And anyway, the 2 dies for each size, and I'm going to pick a different set because this is a little hard to read. There's a 3/4 set, and there's a slightly different thread start on it. So you have, one of them starts a little earlier than the other. They're a set, so they both have a 91 on them, and they're labeled, 3/4 inch, says Armstrong Tool Company, Chicago, USA, and there's this little mark on it. So basically we put the die in, and if we want to go with a standard size thread, we line up on that mark right there. And we can snug it up. If you want to keep it from sliding out of adjustment, run these up against the back of it, and there's a wrench for that too. And on the bottom side, since we're doing 3/4, there's the 3/4 pipe collar for it. It sits in there. Slide it down over the end of the pipe. Put your handles in, which are nicely threaded 3/4 inch pipe. Now one of the handles is missing, so I made a halfway replica. Now we're ready to thread some pipe. Kind of fancier than what you might expect. There's these cast iron brackets here to hold everything in place in the box. Don't know exactly. I don't know. It came with a spare set of 1 inch dies and a spare set of a 1/2 inch and a 1 inch pipe collar. that weren't originally in the kit, so there's not really enough room for it all. So anyway, just thought you might be interested in seeing that. I dated this as poorly. I can find catalogs with this in it from like 1906, or ads, newspaper ads, things like that, for 1906, and I can find a catalog from 1939. And in the later models, there's a gusset cast into it right in here and here. So I'm assuming, and that's how I've seen that in the 1939 catalog. The ones in the 1906, and I think I saw a 1918 ad, and if I remember right, the 1918 also had the gussets in it. But anyway, I'm dating this somewhere between 1906 and 1920. It could be off a lot, but this is appears to be the earlier version, and it's a number 2. And this big 2 cast on the end of it there. So anyway, I thought you might be interested in seeing that. I've sliced off a little piece of steel here, some 3/16, and what I'm going to do is carve out this piece here that's broken, and rather than saw all the way around and make this curved piece here, which probably isn't necessary anyway, but I'm going to make it look like the original, I decided to just use a 2-inch hole saw to get close to it. Then I can dress up the edges and finish it off. So anyway, got it screwed down to a board so I can hang on to it better. Okay, now we'll saw it off. Okay, the next operation will be to cut a slot in here. And honestly, I'm not measuring much of anything. I'm kind of putting layout lines in, but everything is pretty much eyeballed because it's just not critical at all. So anyway, I'm going to take my center cutting mill and punch down through there, and to just walk along out here till my mark. Okay, that's the other one. Well, here's the finished product. It's just a couple of little stands here. I didn't show the welding because it really doesn't show up that well on the video anyway, and of course painting isn't all that interesting. But I got it all welded together, and then I just kind of dressed everything up and painted it. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And if you have a comment you think I'd like to hear, well, feel free to leave that. And till we get to another episode, happy trails.